my goodness, you'll never believe the week that I had. I can't wait to just sit down with a nice hot bowl of soup. Oh, I didn't realize I invited company over. Welcome to Hermitcraft. This is an SMP where I'm building up a really cool vanilla survival base in Minecraft. So far we've got a mega build, a cherry tree, a mega build interior, a couple of pranks, some PvP, and the start of a village. I've decided that today we're going to work on an area of the base that has been a little bit neglected as of late. This village down here, I mean, there's literally still some plain old village structures in amongst my builds. And now that the mega build is looking very established, I think it's time to establish this area. We might need to do some cleaning up of the heads though. Sorry, Etho. It was recently Easter, and over the little break, I had a chance to play with Legos. LEGO released this really cool Rivenda Lego set that looks a little bit like my mega base. So naturally, after talking to Corrales about it, I had to have it. I've been building that lately, and I've noticed a lot of cool details in it that I want to incorporate into my base. And amongst all of the big structures in this Lego set, there's lots of little details. One of those details is little figurines and statues. So today, I think we're gonna build some statues. Now, you may be thinking that this base is starting to look a little full, right? We've got a big structure, a bunch of village structures, a big tree, a bunch of custom trees. You know, big statue, probably not gonna fit that easily. So we're gonna do more of a medium to small size statue, and we're going to use them as end caps in the village. You know how bookends work on a bookshelf? It's gonna be like that, but for my docks. So at the moment, if we look at the docks, there's areas here and here that just sort of end randomly. Don't really look good at all. And, well, today, my goal is going to be to change that. Starting with the first statue over here. Probably literally right there, to be exact. That should look pretty good. Sometimes my work week on Hermitcraft is really weird because I've just spent like the last 2 hours or so basically staring at my build. And I know that that doesn't sound very productive, but I figured out some things, okay? So I'm kind of sketching out where I want each statue to go. And now I know I want one here, but I want them to be a pair, one with a sword and one with a bow. This coastline being such an irregular shape is making the line of sight setup a little bit more tricky, but I think I've finally gotten to the bottom of it. I was basically debating between putting a statue there and then a statue up here on this ledge, or putting it over here just past the little lichen farm. And I think what I've settled on is that this little spot where this tree sits would actually be perfect for a statue after all. I actually think we'll probably start with this one over here because this is going to be our archer. Now you may know if you've been watching this entire series that a long time ago, like about a year ago, I actually built an archer at spawn. Originally, when I thought of this mega base, I wanted to do an archer where the tree now sits. But then I thought of the tree and I thought that would look way better. So the archer went to spawn and I didn't bother doing one out here at all. Archers and elves really do seem to go together though, so I think I would like to redo that archer statue, but this time out here at my base. So we'll start with the archer statue because it's, let's admit it, it's pretty easy for me to just copy myself. I literally already did this. We're just doing it again. Slightly better, hopefully. Okay, both platforms are now in. One there, and I think they do work as really good end caps. I'm going to have this one be a warrior, kind of facing that way, and this one be an archer, kind of facing that way. Well, this is just literally me copying my own build from spawn, so let's do it. Let's waste no more time. I was just walking up my path because Doc wants to record a clip, and I see that there has been a potential retaliation. I may have done some pranks last episode. You can see one of them. It's been added to, apparently. I think Impulse has been busy. Okay. This man really rebranded my Elven castle to be... He took my diamonds! Impulse! You can't just... you can't just rebrand someone's whole castle. You know, this wasn't here when I did the Etho thing, so I'm wondering if he was decorating and he just came up to my dining room. I haven't cleaned up from my intro yet. Oh gosh. What am I, an Impulse fan club? Anyways, let's get back to work. But first, a clip with Doc. Hello, Doc.
Hi. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. This place is cool.
Thank you. Glad you like it. Glad you like it. So I was thinking, I wanted to try out my TCG deck against you to sharpen my wits when I play ETHO.
Okay. You know I suck at TCG, Red. I'm good at PvP.
No, you can't say that. You have to say you're the bestest
Okay.
at TCG.
Yeah. I'm great at everything.
All right. But before that, there are some house rules here at the arena, by the way.
Okay. What's the rules?
You cannot play with your gear on. Elytra allowed, though, in case you have to fly.
Okay.
Crap, yeah, I need my chest as well. Where did... Oh, no, I have it in my deck build. Wait, I'll be right back.
Uh-huh.
1 secundo. This way.
What the heck? What is
what
this?
What do you mean?
What is this?
Nothing.
Did
Nothing.
you miss? Did you aim it? What happened? Where did it come from?
I don't know. I have nothing to do. I just got my TCG deck. I can't find it for some reason.
Came from the void. It just...
It missed you closely, right?
Yeah, it was close. And then I noticed that Mumbo was online. Mambo!
That was the most scary thing. Where did you even come from?
Oh, over there. I'm here for your head.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, so here's how this goes, right? I'm gonna put down 2 chests. You put your gear in there, and you're gonna fight me with a wooden sword.
Oh, okay.
And I'm also gonna fight you with a wooden sword, and it's gonna be perfectly even.
That sounds actually quite fair. I must admit though, this is. Have you seen my PvP skills? I mean, I think this could be the shortest fight.
You can't possibly do worse than Etho. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay. I'm kind of nervous and kind of excited. This is the first time I've done PvP in about 6 years. All right, here we go.
Go.
Okay. How does this work?
Whoa, that was a good crit. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
No. What?
I've always wanted a mustache.
Right, I'm curious. How much damage did I do?
1 heart.
1 1 heart. I really did 1 heart. That was my best effort.
It was a good effort. It might have been a little. I might have healed a little bit, but I'm at 1 heart. Yeah, it was a good try.
Okay, is that worse than Etho?
Well, I have 30 Etho skulls.
Right. Okay. So that's good. I don't even know how does that happen? Is that just is?
Well, he
does
was
he just enjoy
relentless,
dying?
really.
Is that
he just kept coming at me.
Right. Okay. Cool. Well, do you only need 1?
Yeah. It's for my dungeon.
Okay.
It'll look great in there. Don't even worry. You can visit anytime.
Okay. No, that sounds really exciting. Well, it's always a pleasure to see you, and thank you for coming over and killing me. It was an okay experience. I probably wouldn't do it 30 times, but I would do it again if needs be.
Oh, good. Maybe you can have a PvP training arc.
All right.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Perfect. Goodness, what an eventful morning. Evaded Doc trying to murder me. Killed Mumbo for the first time. I think I officially need some statues of myself. Impulse! No! Why? Oh, for goodness sakes, this man. Really? Alright, well, with this many eyes, I definitely need some of me. I think Impulse will be proud of this. Let's stop procrastinating and finally get to work, shall we? Building statues on this scale is very tricky, and although I've just copied this one from my spawn town, I did change a couple of things proportion-wise. I lowered the elbow a little bit to make a bit more sense, and I changed the dress to white. Ultimately, I don't know if that makes the biggest difference because up close, it's always going to look a bit awkward on this scale. However, as we fly away now, I think approaching my area looks so much cooler with an archer. It just adds way more movement to this whole line of sight. Now, when you do that again, but on the other side. And this time, not an archer. This one I'm not copying from Spawn. I'm going to build myself with a sword this time. It's gonna have basically the same base, but instead of the arms being out with a bow, they'll be kind of crossed with a sword. I'll figure it out. Let's build it. Well, I'm not gonna say those are my best Minecraft legs I've ever done. They're definitely not quite proportioned right. But the statue as a whole, I think, has some potential. And would you look at that view? Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, that is literally why I built those statues. They look so good! One with a bow and one with a sword, and they frame this village area perfectly, adding just the right amount of movement to the backside of my base. Now, speaking of the backside of my base, I've been debating, of course, doing a PvP arena of sorts somewhere down here. I still am kind of refining ideas on that, but I think for now, just to get started, I really want to kind of flatten out some of this ground and just get it looking a bit better. This terrain right now is just a little weird. It doesn't feel like there's much of a reason for it to be here like this. I am accidentally digging out Impulse. Sorry, Impulse. I could be wrong, but I don't think he plans to live in this area anyway. Just kind of experimenting at the moment, but how does this look? Is it too much white? It might be too much white. I just really like the contrast that it provides, and I think that it can blend out into cobblestone and just be really white around this central portal, but it looks good. What do we think from above? I think it's a lot cleaner. I also really like this retaining wall. I think it'll sort of clean up the whole area if we end up doing that the whole way up towards the palace. Just trying to blend everything together, basically. Speaking of, I'm gonna need a lot more diorite if I'm gonna keep building. Let me just drop those things in there. Quick mining break. Right, slight change of topic in the video for a moment because I've picked out a new area for our build. These villager houses have been villager houses for long enough. I've decided to pair with the sort of Gemini sleigh theme that we're bringing down into the village. I am going to transform these two villager huts right here, or in particular this one. I really like this one. Hello, dude. You're free to leave. I'm gonna turn these into sort of like an archery training area. I feel like being near the archer statue, it'll make sense. And also, if we ever do like a PvP sort of area, it'll be cool to have almost like a barracks or just elven training zone. Oh, hey, there's another house back here. Okay, they all gotta go. Elven demolition time. I've decided I'm going to go with a nice little L-shaped structure with a tower in the back corner. Since everything in the village right now leads this way, I'd like to have a secondary path, maybe like right through here. And as you can see, I've dug out a bit of the hillside here to see if we can kind of make this work in the terraforming. It leads to the farms, which I think is perfect because before we couldn't really access this little house and also the well. My plan is to have the layout be fairly open concept. So I think we'll just have like a big home here where maybe our archers can live while they're training, and then an area over here for supplies, and then like some targets out in the open field. I'll make it make sense. Nobody worry. Now that the main exterior of this little archery range is in, it's time to make it actually look like an archery range and give it some atmosphere. And I'm gonna start by kind of working through this path. I'm not gonna continue it up to the farms yet. I'm gonna focus on the connector to the portal because that seems like the most important. This area is going to be slightly more overgrown as it leads to the farm, so I'm not going to focus as much on the diorite. We're definitely going to also want target blocks, which are a little expensive, but luckily I've got enough for 5, which should get the point across. We're also going to want flint, and since I have a silk touch digging device, we don't have very much flint. Okay, now for the actual decorations on the land here. I'm gonna start by making the ground here look like it's been very, very trampled with all of the training. I'm sure path blocks would also do this, but I really like the brown color in the coarse dirt and the mushroom. I think the space out here would be perfect for the actual range, so let's make sure that area is nice and worn down as well. I haven't really done this before, but I think some armor stand people potentially fighting here could be cool. I know it's mostly an archery range, but I want to have swords too. And then back here, we're gonna have our main targets. It's so simple, but honestly that works. And it's the same direction as the archer statue. I like it. Now we want to make sure there's a little border back here so people aren't just firing their arrows randomly into the woods. That could be dangerous. Might be getting carried away here, but I also think I would love to hang one of these target blocks off of here, mostly just for decoration. You know, it just makes it look a little bit more official is all. I genuinely already feel like this has added so much life to my base. I love all the little details, and I'm not even done. Cute! Okay, now I need the statues book and some item frames for these bows. I don't think Pearl will miss that feather. Thank you, Pearl. Now I just need a squid. Oh, and I got a head. My head collection grows. Show me the coolest collectible you have from Season 9. You may win a prize. Well, there's one thing I've definitely been collecting in Season 9. This is definitely my coolest. He's very cool. Hopefully whoever wants that will agree. Now, back to my archery range. I feel like this would just be a cool place to like hang your spare weapons. I'm not really gonna have enough room for all of them, but I'll have enough room for 2. Yeah, there we go. Now, the statues book. This is gonna allow me to edit this armor stand a lot of different ways. So we're gonna want arms. There's a lot of options. I'm just gonna go with a default lunging. Yep, that's cool. Now for this one. I'll make it work. We can swap out which hermits these are as we want, but for now it'll be Exuma and Cub. We'll give them both a sword. Yep. And, well, they're gonna need some clothing. Since this is a training ground, we'll put lots of really good armor on them. I actually really like that. Not gonna lie, I'm getting kind of into this armor stand thing. I'm gonna try a couple more. Okay, here's what I want to try. I'm here with a bow, and I want to have this one be holding an arrow, and then hopefully get that arrow to look like it's flying that way. Okay, you know what? Cleo would do a much better job, but I feel like as an armor stand noob, I've got something going here. There's an arrow flying. I'm gonna go ahead and call that a win, I think. This was such a fun little building session. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.